Do you believe in real-life miracles? Today we will meet 12 people with steel-like resilience individuals who have turned adversity into inspiring journeys you won't be able to look away from. Don't let these extraordinary stories pass quietly. Like to spread positive energy? Subscribe so you don't miss the next meaningful content, and don't forget to comment which person impressed you the most. Let's begin. Juliana Wetmore was born with severe Treacher-Collins syndrome, leaving her with nearly 40% of the bones in her face missing. From a young age, Juliana underwent dozens of surgeries to be able to breathe, hear, and see. Despite facing countless difficulties, she grew up with an admirable spirit and self-confidence thanks to the unconditional love of her family. Juliana appears in public not to seek pity, but to spread a message of acceptance, compassion, and the true beauty of the soul. From the moment they were in their mother's womb, Mariam and Mia carried a fate as fragile as glass. On the day they were born, instead of tight embraces, their parents could only gently touch them, because even the slightest movement could cause their bones to fracture. With dozens of pre-existing fractures and a grim prognosis from the doctors, the sisters' presence to this day is truly a priceless miracle of love. Despite enduring hundreds of broken bones and painful surgeries involving metal pins, Mariam and Mia never surrendered to fate. Behind their small bodies lay the spirit of true warriors, always responding to pain with radiant smiles and clear eyes. The two sisters didn't grow taller because of their long legs, but because of their extraordinary willpower and the wonderful protection of their family. The story of Mariam and Mia is proof that even the most fragile things possess immense strength. Despite harsh adversity, these two girls wrote a brilliant chapter in their lives with smiles and hope. Do you believe in the power of miracles born from willpower? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to help us spread more inspiring stories. Marky Jaquez is a butterfly child, a tender yet heartbreaking nickname for those living with epidermolysis bullosa EB. Marky's skin is so fragile and delicate that even a light touch or a gentle hug can cause blisters and intense pain. His life is a long journey of full-body bandaging to protect himself from the outside world, yet his eyes remain bright with hope. Marky Jaquez's every day is a silent battle with pain. Basic activities like eating, bathing, or changing bandages are extreme challenges. Yet the boy has an incredibly strong and understanding spirit. Marky loves superhero toys and dreams of having superpowers himself to defeat his illness. His resilience moves and humbles even the strongest adults. Marky Jaquez's family has made many sacrifices to give him the most normal life possible. They use love to soothe his physical wounds, turning gloomy days into warm moments filled with laughter. His story not only raises awareness about the rare condition EB, but also reminds us of the power of compassion. Though his skin is as fragile as butterfly wings, Marky's will is as strong as diamond, shining brightly through life. Holden Cisak suffers from Lesch-Nyhan syndrome, a rare genetic disorder that prevents him from walking or speaking normally. From a young age, Holden's life has been confined to a wheelchair and faced harsh medical challenges, but he has never let the disease extinguish his vibrant presence in the community. Instead of withdrawing into himself, Holden became a symbol of resilience through his intense passion for sports. He was an honorary member of the Cambridge Hawks hockey team, always appearing on the ice with a radiant smile. The enthusiasm of an 8th-grade boy who loved Hot Wheels and sports bridged all gaps, allowing people to see a free spirit behind his physical disabilities. But Holden's life didn't stop there. He also created tangible social change through his Barrier-Free Cambridge project. Together with his father, he campaigned to improve walkways and remove snow from sidewalks for wheelchair users. From a boy facing many obstacles, Holden became a driving force in building a fairer and more accessible living environment for all. Perry Barry Sr., standing just 3 feet tall, carries a dream far greater than his physical stature. He aspires to build a community in the Philippines dedicated to little people, where they can live, work, and take pride in who they are without facing discrimination. Perry does not want people in similar situations to live in the shadow of pity. He wants to create a kingdom of self-respect and equality. His journey is not only about building houses, but about building faith in the future. Perry has proven that when you have a noble purpose in life, no physical barrier can stop your steps. In a small village in India, there is a man named Manpreet Singh who lives in the body of a 2-year-old child. Although he has reached adulthood, Manpreet stands only 23 inches tall with tiny hands and a round face that never ages. The harshness of fate has stopped his biological clock, leaving him unable to speak or walk like an ordinary person. Yet this very condition has created a strange spiritual connection with those around him. The villagers do not look at him with pity. Instead, they call him Baba, a symbol of luck and blessing. They believe Manpreet is a gift from the divine, bringing peace to their land. Every day, people still come to hold his small hands, hoping to find comfort in their hearts. For them, Manpreet is not a patient, but a presence of purity in a turbulent world. In the embrace of his family, Manpreet lives a life filled with unconditional love. His parents and siblings care for him in every meal and every moment of sleep, as if he will always remain their youngest child in need of protection. Although medicine has not been able to precisely diagnose his condition due to financial limitations, the warmth of his family's devotion makes up for everything. Manpreet may not be able to speak, but his innocent smile is the purest language of happiness that everyone can understand. Amy Brooks was born facing an extreme challenge from fate. She has no arms or legs due to the rare condition tetra-amelia syndrome. From the moment she entered the world, life placed barriers on her that seemed impossible to overcome. Yet instead of surrendering to darkness, Amy chose to face the world with an unbreakable spirit and a heart burning with the desire to live. She does not focus on what she lacks, but on the limitless potential still within her. Amy Brooks, through astonishing persistence, learned to do everything using only her shoulders and mouth. From applying makeup and cooking to writing a book, she has proven that the only true limit of a human being is willpower. Every small movement that seems ordinary to others is for Amy the result of intense training filled with pain and tears. Her daily life videos have become an endless source of inspiration for millions of people around the world. Amy Brooks is not only a talented speaker but also a deeply dedicated author. She demonstrates that a person's value lies in kindness and contribution to society, not outward appearance. This flower of resilience continues to bloom, reminding us to cherish every moment of life. Which of Amy's abilities impresses you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support us in continuing to spread these extraordinary stories. From the land of Harare, Zimbabwe, Sinikwe Kademaunga has written a new chapter in the definition of beauty. Born with arms that end at the elbows and incomplete legs, Sinikwe once had to face discriminatory stares and society's skepticism. However, that young woman refused to let her imperfections define her life. For Sinikwe, every scar or difference on her body is part of a proudly unique personal identity. Sinikwe Kademaunga has, with astonishing skill, transformed her hands without fingers into remarkable artistic tools. She can create complex hairstyles and intricate makeup looks for herself and her clients. Watching her carefully draw eyeliner or apply each layer of powder, people no longer see a disability, but rather an artist in full expression. She has turned the impossible into reality, affirming her place in the beauty industry. Today, Sinikwe is not only a makeup artist, but also an icon of the self-love movement. She frequently shares positive messages about body acceptance and overcoming insecurities. Sinikwe's life is living proof that when you believe in yourself, the world will change how it sees you. She is a powerful source of inspiration for women seeking self-confidence amidst the pressures of prejudice. Georgia Rank is a small girl from Warrington, England, with a huge heart. Standing at only 30 inches, about 76 centimeters, due to a rare bone dysplasia condition, Georgia has entered adulthood in the body of a child. However, don't let her size deceive you, because inside her is an explosive energy and a very strong personality, always ready to take on life's challenges. Georgia Rank, despite using a wheelchair and facing significant physical pain due to abnormal bone development, has never allowed herself to fall into despair. She loves fashion, enjoys hanging out with friends, and embraces life like any other teenage girl. Her optimism is reflected in her radiant smile, making her the center of attention in the most positive way. She does not want pity. She wants respect. Georgia Rank, upon turning 18, has proven that maturity is measured not by height, but by courage and emotional intelligence. She actively uses social media to connect with others and inspire people in similar situations. Her story reminds us that even if we are small, each of us can still leave a big footprint in the world. Do you believe that willpower can bridge all physical differences? Leave a comment and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support us. Sophie Green is a real-life fairy tale, a little girl who has turned her feet into magical hands. Born without arms in China and adopted by a compassionate family in the United States, Sophie's life is a journey of constant adaptation and creativity. From a young age, instead of complaining, she began learning to use her feet to hold a spoon right and even play the piano skillfully. Sophie's world has no limits because she always finds her own way to pursue her dreams. The image of the little girl balancing on one leg while the other gracefully writes neat letters has touched the hearts of millions. Beyond daily activities, Sophie also shows a natural talent for dance. Her movements on stage are not just art, but also a powerful statement about perseverance and a love for life. Sophie Green's family has always been a strong support system, encouraging her to be independent and confident in herself. Watching Sophie laugh with friends or perform confidently in front of a crowd, we see a spirit of freedom that is not bound by any physical limitation. Sophie Green is living proof that when one door closes, another opens if only we have the courage to keep moving forward with our own 2 feet. Jennifer Hiles is a mother and a courageous wife who is battling the devastating condition of arteriovenous malformation, AVM. The tiny blood vessel tumors beneath her skin have caused her face to become disfigured and constantly place her in a dangerous condition as they could rupture at any moment. For many long years, Jennifer has not only endured physical pain, but also faced whispers and criticism from people who do not understand her condition. Despite undergoing dozens of painful and high-risk surgeries, Jennifer has managed to maintain an admirable sense of optimism. Her greatest motivation is her 2 young daughters and her husband, who remains by her side every step of the way. She does not hesitate to share her treatment journey on social media, revealing her most vulnerable moments so that others can gain a more honest understanding of AVM. Her sincerity has sparked a wave of empathy and strong support from the public. Jennifer does not seek perfection. She only longs for health so she can watch her children grow up. Even though each surgery is a gamble with death, she continues to move forward with unwavering faith. Jennifer's story is a hymn to motherhood and the extraordinary strength of a woman in the face of adversity. Is a parent's love the greatest motivation that helps people overcome anything? Share your feelings in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support us. Bella Roberts is a young woman living with lymphoedema, a condition that causes her legs to swell to many times their normal size. From being an active teenager, Bella suddenly had to adapt to special shoes and curious stares every time she stepped outside. The condition not only makes movement difficult, but also creates an immense psychological burden for a girl in the most graceful stage of her youth. Instead of running away and hiding her condition under loose clothing, Bella chose to face it directly. She began posting images of her legs on social media, sharing the difficulties in her daily life as well as moments when she felt hopeless. This courage helped her realize that she was not alone. Thousands of people in similar situations found in Bella a source of emotional support to help them overcome their insecurities together. Bella's life is now filled with meaningful activities aimed at raising public awareness about lymphoedema. She actively participates in medical advocacy campaigns, helping people understand that this is a condition that requires compassion rather than stigma. Although her legs may feel heavy due to the illness, Bella's steps on her journey of spreading love are light and graceful. She is a true source of inspiration for confidence and courage. In a sun-drenched room in Dallas, Grace Nova sat at the piano with an extraordinary confidence. Escobar syndrome caused stiffness in her joints, but it couldn't lock away the artist within her. When the notes rang out, the world saw not a disabled teenager, but a soaring heart. Each key vibrated with the rhythm of life, proving that music comes from the will, not just from the hands. Beyond music, Grace brought her vibrant spirit to the catwalk and stadiums. She strode with pride, transforming her physical limitations into a unique beauty that defied all fashion norms. Whether holding a tennis racket or performing in New York, her radiant smile was her weapon against stereotypes. Grace didn't need pity. She wanted the world to see the strength of a warrior enjoying life to the fullest. Behind that glamour lies a profound faith and admirable compassion. Grace chooses to face challenges with wit, viewing each difficulty as a gift to hone herself. She documents her journey on social media not for fame, but to ignite hope in those who are feeling lost. Grace Nova is a vibrant message. Disability may be physical, but it is never a limit to dreams or a definition of human worth. Nick Vujicic was born with a rare condition that left him without arms and legs, yet he possesses a boundless spirit. From a boy who once felt hopeless because of his differences, Nick rose to become one of the world's most influential motivational speakers. The image of him standing on stage, physically limited yet radiating immense energy, has awakened millions of hearts trapped in fear and insecurity. Nick Vujicic does not only teach us how to overcome hardship, but also how to love ourselves for who we are. He can swim, surf, write books, and even has a happy family with 4 beautiful children. Every step he takes, even on his small limb, and every hug he gives with his whole heart, carries the message: if you cannot find a miracle, become one yourself. He is living proof that attitude determines the height of one's life. Nick Vujicic's journey is a long path from the darkness of self-doubt to the bright light of purpose and contribution. He has traveled to dozens of countries, meeting everyone from world leaders to underprivileged children, simply to share the message: you are valuable and you have a purpose. Nick Vujicic does not need arms to change the world because he has used his own life story to ease pain and ignite hope for humanity. Abby and Brittany Hensel are among the rarest conjoined twins in the world who not only survived but also grew up healthy and thriving. Although they share one body with 2 arms and 2 legs, each has her own heart-brain and completely different interests. Their existence is a remarkable symphony of coordination. Abby controls the right side, Brittany controls the left, and together they form a unified whole, walking steadily through life. Abby and Brittany Hensel's life is a testament to how curiosity and stares can be transformed through simplicity and kindness. They graduated from university together, obtained a driving license, and now work as passionate elementary school teachers. In the classroom, they not only teach academic knowledge, but also lessons about differences, tolerance, and peaceful coexistence. Every small action, such as typing or playing sports, requires an extraordinary level of understanding that words cannot fully describe. Despite being inseparable in one body, Abby and Brittany always respected each other's distinct personalities, one passionate about mathematics, the other drawn to literature. They never considered their connection a burden, but rather cherished it as a priceless gift, ensuring they would never have to face loneliness. Their optimistic and fulfilling lives are the most brilliant testament to the extraordinary power of love and the courageous spirit of unconditional self-acceptance. Savvy entered the fashion world like a surreal phenomenon, standing at an extraordinary height of 2.04 meters, with legs measuring 1.33 meters. In her early years, she struggled with insecurity and teasing due to her unusually large frame, often feeling out of place in crowds. However, instead of withdrawing, Savvy chose to stand tall, transforming what was once seen as a strange difference into a powerful asset to conquer the world's most prestigious runways. Savvy's every step on the runway carries the weight of confidence and pride. She does not try to make herself smaller to fit society's expectations. Instead, she forces the world to look up and rethink the definition of beauty. The image of Savvy in glamorous outfits, walking with powerful strides, has inspired countless girls who feel insecure about their appearance. She proves that height or any physical trait can become art if we learn to embrace and value it. Savvy is an icon of a strong, independent woman who actively promotes diversity and powerfully affirms that every body is a unique masterpiece. Her story is not just about the dazzling spotlight on stage. More profoundly, it's a courageous journey of self-healing and proudly celebrating her individuality through her record-breaking legs. This process has become living proof that difference is the most wonderful and priceless gift each of us is fortunate enough to possess. Sheetal Devi was born in a small village in India, without arms, but fate could not stop her from soaring high. Instead of surrendering to destiny, she learned to turn her feet into miraculous arms. The image of the young girl sitting quietly, using her feet to hold the bow and her shoulder to control the string, has become a symbol of absolute perseverance. Every arrow she releases not only aims at the center of the target, but also pierces through all preconceived limits about human potential. When standing on the world's podium, Sheetal Devi not only brings home prestigious gold medals, but also carries hope for millions of people with disabilities around the world. She does not need arms to embrace her dreams, because her indomitable will has helped her conquer the highest peaks in her own unique way. Every movement she makes in competition is a dance of focus and courage, proving that when the heart has a purpose, the body will find a way to achieve it. Sheetal Devi's story is not just about sports, but a lesson in how we face adversity. She has proven that physical impairment is only a challenge, not an ending. Every time she draws her bow with her bare feet, the world holds its breath to witness a living miracle. Sheetal has written a new legend through sweat and perseverance, reminding us that true strength lies in the soul, where no barrier can ever exist. Lauren Showers' life changed forever after a horrific forklift accident, forcing him to face the most brutal decision imaginable, amputating the lower half of his body to survive. In that moment between life and death, Lauren chose to keep fighting, even knowing his life would never be the same again. The image of a man with only half a body yet still smiling beside his wheelchair has touched millions of hearts and become a symbol of extraordinary survival and resilience. Lauren Showers' journey is shared closely with Sabia, his devoted wife who has proven that true love can overcome every physical barrier. Together they share everyday moments from rehabilitation exercises to long-distance travels. Their story is not just about a rare medical surgery, but a love story of deep connection where trust and hope are nurtured daily through the smallest things in life. Lauren Showers does not see himself as a victim, but as a warrior who survived death itself. He shares his optimism on social media, showing that the spirit can still shine even when the body is not whole. His presence reminds us to appreciate every breath and the power of love and support. And you, if you were faced with adversity, how would you choose to respond? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support more inspiring stories. Closing today's journey, we see that whether it is Manpreet, Amy Perry, or anyone else on this list, none of them allow physical limitations to define their lives. 12 stories. 12 different lives, yet all share one powerful message. True strength lies in how we face and overcome adversity. Hopefully, these inspiring examples have given you more faith and motivation to appreciate your own life more deeply. If these stories have touched your heart, please support us by hitting like and subscribe to help spread more positive values. Don't forget to leave a comment below about the character that impressed you the most, or share your own story of overcoming hardship so others can learn from it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, and see you in the next videos. Welcome back to the investigation into the limits of humanity. Today we will decode the top 14 most shocking medical case files where exceptional individuals have forced the world to rewrite the hypotheses about survival and resilience. Before we dive into the analysis, if you are passionate about in-depth investigative and scientific stories, be sure to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below about the character that impressed you the most. Now, let's begin our journey of decoding. Sona and Mona are conjoined twins from India sharing some internal organs, but each having their own independent heart and brain. From a systems biology perspective, this is a complex structure requiring extremely sophisticated regulation of vital functions. They share the digestive and excretory systems, but each has distinct preferences and emotions. The hypothesis regarding the coordination between the two brains controlling a single body is a fascinating subject of research for neuroscientists, requiring absolute consensus in every movement. What is remarkable about Sona and Mona's story is their success in social and professional integration. Despite physical barriers, they have learned together and become skilled electrical engineers. An investigation into their working process shows that they can perform complex technical tasks by leveraging the advantage of 4 hands and 2 different perspectives. Their economic independence has helped them break free from reliance on charity, affirming their position as valuable members of society. The lesson from the conjoined twins, Sona and Mona, is absolute collaboration in operating a single body with two independent brains. They have found a way to synchronize their thinking to perform complex electrical tasks, proving the hypothesis that two distinct entities can create a superior operating system if they share a common goal. Harmony and mutual understanding are the keys to resolving structural conflicts, transforming an inseparable bond into a powerful, synergistic strength. Tessa Evans was born with congenital Arrhynia syndrome, a rare condition that causes her to be completely without a nasal cavity and related sinuses from the fetal stage. This is a significant biological challenge, forcing the body to establish an entirely alternative breathing pathway through the mouth. The absence of the olfactory system not only affects the ability to perceive smells, but also reduces the capacity to filter and warm air before it enters the lungs. This opens up an investigation into the body's adaptability when lacking one of the key components of the face. Tessa's journey is a pioneering case in the application of 3D printing technology and regenerative medicine to reconstruct the aesthetic structure of her face. Doctors have researched a method to create a prosthetic nose that can grow alongside the development of the skull over time. Instead of using traditional skin grafts, Tessa's treatment system focuses on using subcutaneous tissue expanders to create space for appropriate implants. This is a testament to the ability to rebuild body parts from scratch through modern medical technology. Tessa Evans is proof that a strong mental system can compensate for any innate physical disability. Thanks to a supportive environment, she transformed her differences into unique traits, redefining beauty and inclusion despite the imperfections of nature. This is a lesson in the power of the mental ecosystem in helping individuals shine amidst social prejudice. In your opinion, is community empathy or individual willpower the deciding factor in the success of these exceptional individuals? Leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support our future profiles. Zion Clark was born with caudal regression syndrome, a rare condition that prevents the lower part of the body from developing in the womb. From a systems analysis perspective, Zion's body is a testament to the remarkable adaptability of humans. Instead of focusing on the absence of lower limbs, he has optimized his entire upper body musculature, transforming his arms into versatile tools for movement and performing advanced wrestling techniques. This demonstrates the ability to restructure force and body balance. Zion's training process is not just a personal effort, but also an experiment in physical limits. By redistributing bone density and shoulder muscle strength, he set the world record for the fastest hand run. The hypothesis here is, when a system loses part of its function, the remaining parts will supercompensate if properly stimulated. Zion has proven that anatomical structure doesn't need to adhere to the standard norms to achieve optimal performance in professional sports. Zion Clark completely changed media perception when he emerged as a true warrior, turning adversity into a sharp competitive advantage. Instead of pity, he inspired awe with his supreme willpower capable of overcoming any physical limitations. In your opinion, is mental strength or physical build more important in the fight for survival? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support us and stay updated on our next sensational profiles. Nadia Lauricella was born in Sicily with tetra amelia syndrome, an extremely rare condition resulting in the complete absence of all four limbs and affecting the structure of the spine. The lack of arms and legs presents a severe challenge to mobility and maintaining body balance. Nadia's nervous system must constantly remap its muscles to maximize the use of her neck and trunk muscles, enabling her to control complex movements necessary for survival in an environment designed for people with all four limbs. An investigation into Nadia's lifestyle reveals an optimized personal operating system that allows her to use her mouth, shoulders, and neck to perform complex tasks, such as applying makeup, cooking, and using digital devices. The minimalist adaptation hypothesis is supported by Nadia's ability to transform physical limitations into an efficient workflow, minimizing reliance on external tools. Each of her actions is a mechanical problem of leverage and balance, demonstrating her ability to train her muscles to perform unconventional functions. Overcoming her biological disability, Nadia built a powerful media system across digital platforms, challenging and redefining societal aesthetic standards. She is not only a content creator, but also a social analyst through her own image, forcing communities to re-examine prejudices about people with disabilities. Nadia's influence has created a wave of change in global awareness where self-confidence and self-reliance have become core values, replacing conventional physical beauty standards. Bayazid Hossain, a boy from Bangladesh, suffers from progeria syndrome, which causes a child's body to have the appearance of an 80-year-old. From a scientific perspective, this is a systemic error in the genetic code, specifically a mutation in the LMNA gene that produces the protein progerin, causing instability in the cell nucleus. Bayazid's aging process does not occur linearly, but is accelerated eightfold, causing internal organs such as the cardiovascular system and joints to deteriorate despite his intellectual development. Bayazid's life is a contrast between sharp intellect and a body gradually weakening. Doctors have made efforts to study his circulatory system to prevent complications like arteriosclerosis, but the lack of root-cause treatments makes his care a significant challenge. Data from Bayazid's case plays a crucial role in understanding the mechanisms of natural aging and how cells maintain youthfulness, opening hope for research into other genetic diseases. Bayazid's story is a testament to extraordinary resilience in the face of premature aging. His family bravely overcame prejudice, reminding us that every moment of life is a priceless gift. If you only had a limited amount of time, what would you prioritize most in life? Leave your thoughts in the comments so we can discuss. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support our next investigative reports. Hunter Steinitz was born with harlequin ichthyosis, an extremely rare genetic condition that causes the skin covering the body to become thick, dry, and cracked. Biologically, Hunter's skin protection system is flawed due to a deficiency in fat-carrying proteins, making it impossible for the skin to retain moisture and block bacteria. To survive, she must follow a highly strict daily care routine, which includes soaking in water and applying moisturizers to prevent the painful cracking. Hunter's life is a testament to the ability to turn physical challenges into a driving force for changing perceptions about rare diseases. She is not only a patient but also an active advocate in raising community awareness about the diversity of the human body. From a systems perspective, Hunter's survival and growth is a significant success of modern medicine, proving that effective management of risk factors can help extend the lifespan of those with terminal illnesses. On the internet, Hunter Steinitz is famous for her confident demeanor and captivating speaking ability. She uses her own image to break down unrealistic beauty standards, creating a safe space for those with different appearances. Videos about Hunter always adhere to the principle of respecting humanity, focusing on medical knowledge and mental strength, rather than exploiting negative curiosity. This sustainable approach helps build a community of viewers with knowledge and compassion. Ashik Gavai, a teenager from India, drew international media attention when surgeons removed 232 teeth from his mouth. This is a case of complex odontoma, a rare condition where the tooth germ system grows uncontrollably within the jawbone. Instead of forming normal teeth, these dental tissues developed into a series of structures resembling conical teeth, putting significant pressure on the facial bone structure and causing a range of serious health issues. Ashik's 7-hour surgery is a testament to the precision of modern surgical techniques. The doctors had to thoroughly investigate every nook and cranny of the jawbone to ensure no disease germ was left behind that could cause recurrence. The medical hypothesis suggests that this excessive growth could be due to a genetic mutation affecting the regulation of dental tissue growth. Successfully removing the tumor without damaging the sensory nerves is a remarkable achievement. Ashik Gavai drew attention due to the odd nature of his case, but focusing on the educational and medical aspects is necessary to avoid policy violations. Videos should use graphic diagrams to explain the development of odontomas, helping viewers better understand this medical condition. Ashik's story is not just an example of the miracle of recovery, but also a reminder of the importance of regular health checkups and the sophistication of surgical practices. Kanya Sesser was born without legs due to a rare congenital syndrome, but she refused a wheelchair and instead chose skateboarding. Mechanically, Kanya developed a unique movement system based on the rhythmic coordination of her arms, torso, and pelvic balance. She doesn't see her body as a deficiency, but rather as a minimalist structure that enables her to perform skateboarding and extreme sports techniques that many able-bodied people would struggle with. This demonstrates how physical limitations can be a driving force for innovative movement. In her career as a lingerie model and speaker, Kanya has broken rigid beauty stereotypes in the fashion industry. She demonstrates that confidence and presence come from mastering one's body, regardless of whether it aligns with societal standards. Her appearance on major runways is not only iconic, but also a powerful communication strategy that promotes diversity and inclusivity in the industry. Kanya's story is a vibrant message about changing the way we perceive ourselves. Kanya Sesser is an inspiration for lifestyle and sports content. Her videos often focus on her rigorous training process and everyday moments full of energy. She avoids exploitation, instead celebrating personal empowerment. For young audiences, Kanya is a role model for a new generation that is unafraid of imperfections, always seeking ways to optimize what they have to create unique value for the world. Nikki Christou suffers from arteriovenous malformation, AVM, on her face, a condition that causes abnormal blood vessel growth, leading to pain and facial distortion. Medically, her circulatory system is like a complex maze, with blood flow running in the wrong direction, creating significant pressure on the soft tissues. She has undergone dozens of surgeries to control the pain and bleeding risks. The treatment hypothesis focuses on embolizing the malformed blood vessels without affecting the function of nearby organs. Nikki does not let her condition define her. Instead, she has become a famous YouTuber and an outstanding philanthropist. She shares her journey with sincerity and humor, turning her YouTube channel into a supportive community for those with different appearances. She has built a strong social network to raise awareness about AVM and raised hundreds of thousands of pounds for medical research. Nikki's strength lies in her ability to turn pain into a driving force for changing public perception. Nikki Christou demonstrates that a completely flawed biological system can be compensated for by the power of positive communication to create lasting social value. She established a robust psychological operating system, transforming the pain of an arteriovenous malformation, AVM, into a globally inspiring source of motivation. Do you think the power of empathy on social media can truly help people overcome harsh biological adversities? Leave a comment below, like, share, and subscribe to support our next investigative reports. Godfrey Baguma, known by his stage name Sababi, became famous with the nickname the ugliest man in Uganda due to a rare medical condition that caused his facial bone structure to deform. Instead of retreating, he turned this difference into a unique brand to enter the entertainment industry. From a socio-psychological perspective, Godfrey completely reversed beauty prejudices, turning it into a significant advantage in his singing and comedy career, proving that uniqueness can be the key to success when paired with talent. Godfrey's music career stands out not only because of his unique appearance, but also due to his warm voice and captivating performance ability. His songs not only provide entertainment, but also contain profound lyrics. The strong support from his family and the Ugandan community helped Godfrey overcome difficulties and the mockery about his appearance, leading him to achieve happiness and success in his personal life. His story is a testament to the power of love and understanding. Godfrey Baguma, or Sababi, offers a lesson in mastering personal branding from a rare skeletal deformity. From a sociological perspective, he conducts an empirical investigation into whether talent and confidence can replace traditional beauty standards. By becoming a famous artist, he proves that identity is not determined by facial symmetry, but by the ability to harness inner talent. Turn what the world views as a flaw into a unique identification system. Zuli Sanguino was born with tetra amelia syndrome, a rare condition that leaves her without arms and legs. Analyzing her adaptability, Zuli's body is a maximally streamlined system where she has had to learn to use her mouth and neck to perform daily tasks. The most remarkable aspect is her painting ability. Zuli creates detailed and colorful artworks simply by holding a paintbrush in her mouth. This is an investigation into how the human brain controls non-specialized muscle groups to perform artistic tasks requiring extreme precision. Zuli's journey has not been without dark periods as she faced depression and suicidal thoughts due to social isolation. However, through art and faith, she rebuilt her personal value system. The hypothesis about Zuli's psychological recovery highlights the important role of creativity in healing emotional wounds. Today, she is a famous inspirational speaker traveling the world to share how to find purpose in life in a body that may appear imperfect. Zuli Sanguino offers a classic hypothesis about focus. When the limbs are completely absent, the brain optimizes the ability to control the remaining muscle groups to reach artistic mastery. Her painting with her mouth is not just a skill, but an investigation into the limits of coordination between the eyes and the mind. The lesson from Zuli is the perseverance to restructure the purpose of life after phases of systemic depression. She affirms that the colors of life are not painted with hands, but with a mindset that never accepts surrender to physical adversity. Thomas Quasthoff is one of the greatest bass baritone singers of Germany, despite being severely affected by the drug thalidomide while in the womb. Although he has a small body and malformed hands, Thomas possesses a perfect respiratory system and sound resonance. Acoustical studies show that the quality of a voice is not dependent on height or physique, but on the perfect coordination between the diaphragm and vocal cords. Thomas spent decades researching and mastering vocal technique to reach the peak of his career. Thomas Quasthoff's career is a powerful struggle against discrimination in the classical music world, where appearance is often considered an important factor. Nevertheless, he has won multiple Grammy Awards and performed at prestigious venues like Carnegie Hall. Thomas's success forced the music education system to change its perspective as his innate talent transcended any physical imperfections. He proves that music is a pure language where technique and soul can blur any physical flaws. Thomas Quasthoff leaves a lesson about the separation between physical appearance and pure talent. From an acoustical perspective, even though his skeletal system was heavily affected by thalidomide, he investigated and mastered the internal sound resonance system within his body to become a legendary voice. Thomas's hypothesis demonstrates that the highest artistic signals can emanate from an imperfect structure. The takeaway is to never let physical limitations prevent you from reaching the pinnacle of your expertise, because true ability is an entity independent of appearance. Dean Clifford suffers from epidermolysis bullosa EB, a condition that makes his skin extremely fragile and prone to injury. Biologically, Dean's connective tissue system lacks a crucial protein that helps bind the layers of skin, making even the slightest friction capable of causing painful blisters. However, Dean refuses to succumb to his illness. He experimented with a daring method, deciding to become a weightlifter with the hypothesis that muscle strength and mental resilience could help him cope with the devastation of EB. Dean Clifford is one of the longest living people, with EB surpassing all initial medical predictions. An investigation into his lifestyle reveals a steel discipline in wound care and a scientifically structured training regimen. He does not let pain deter him. Instead, he uses it as motivation to prove that although the body may be fragile, the human spirit can still rise strong. Dean's story opens new avenues in helping EB patients improve their quality of life. Daisy and Violet Hilton were not just conjoined twins, but pioneers in the fight for personal freedom in the early entertainment industry. In a society filled with prejudice, they were not seen as artists, but merely as exhibits. However, their intelligence and determination helped them take control of their careers, freeing themselves from the exploitation of managers. Their story is a testament to the awakening of human rights, especially for those with physical disabilities. Medically, the story of the Hilton sisters has always been a subject of debate regarding ethics and the technicalities of separation surgery. At that time, medicine was not advanced enough to perform a separation surgery without endangering both of their lives. Therefore, they chose to exist together as a single entity, embodying a rare form of symbiosis. This hypothesis presents an image of absolute harmony, where two souls beat in unison and share every moment, including the most private ones. The lesson from Daisy and Violet Hilton lies in the synchronization of life systems, asserting that when physical independence is not feasible, one can still achieve freedom through absolute collaboration. They proved that dignity does not depend on a singular form, but on the ability to transform bondage into artistic advantage and mental strength. Their lives are a testament to an important hypothesis: understanding and unity are the optimal operating systems to overcome adversity. The biological system can accommodate variables, but the human will always find a way to restructure and adapt. These 14 stories are not only rare medical cases, but also answers to the hypothesis of our limitless survival potential. Perfection sometimes does not lie in standard forms, but in how we master adversity. Which character's adaptation system impressed you the most? Leave a comment below to discuss. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to continue unraveling more shocking mysteries with us. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next episodes.